see you, Elaine, as always.
Yeah, we've done obviously a couple of podcasts before.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of things.
Yeah.
People could dig into our archives if they want to learn a bit more about you,
Absolutely.
what you're doing.
Go and check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Link in the comments. So tell us what you're doing moving forward. Like this year, what shows are you going to?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously 2022, I'm sure we've spoken about this loads of times, but coming back from COVID, we definitely saw an increase in activity supporting customers.
Yeah.
And, this year we've started really well. I think this year is kind of the first year without COVID really in a conversation.
Yeah.
And
people don't care, they're hugging, kissing.
Exactly, yeah, no one cares. And there's not that much hand sanitizer about actually, so that's quite concerning. But anyway, but yeah, in terms of shows, we've got a full year planned.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're here in Dubai, which is lovely because the weather at home is horrible.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty chilly.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
Yeah, 8 o'clock this morning, just a little coffee outside. It was lovely. But
yeah,
we have been here inside, unfortunately.
Absolutely, yeah. I love coming out here, but it does no favours for me being fair skinned and ginger hair. Factor 50. I'm sure I've heard all of the jokes before, but it's true. It is true. But yeah, so we're
a good hat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good hat.
I need it. But yeah, obviously we're out in Dubai. We've got the IATP coming up next week in Bahrain.
Okay.
That we're showcasing at as well.
Okay, I've not heard of that.
So that's the International Airlines Technical Pool.
Okay.
Which is worldwide.
Yeah.
There's 2 conferences a year. And there's different categories of parts management colleagues, line maintenance, aircraft recovery and tooling.
Okay.
So you get different personnel from different departments within each airline.
Mm-hmm.
And then from a supplier, they call us an authorised vendor or an authorised guest vendor.
Yeah.
And then you choose to sponsor, exhibit, and then you have access to the 6 days of the show.
Oh, nice. So shout out to them.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're there next week, and then we've got the MRO America coming up in Atlanta.
Yes. I hear that's going to be very, very, very busy.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients, I spent a month in Miami in January.
Very nice.
What a horrible
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys are talking about that show.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's actually going to be my first one. I've never done MRO America before.
Wow.
So I'm really excited. And we've got FDH with a big booth. It's going to be very... there to showcase our brand, all of the individual companies within the group. So we're all really, really excited. We've got lots of meetings lined up, and it'll be nice to travel over there and
if you're going to Atlanta, it's a big show. Like if you've been here in MRO Europe, the Americas one just pops. It's massive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, I'm personally really excited. So and then we've got MRO Beer in June.
Okay.
Which is in Warsaw. Mm-hmm. So we're exhibiting at that as well.
I might send somebody there.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice show, to be honest. Lots of great people. It's much smaller than your typical show like today.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tabletops from a supplier perspective.
Yeah.
But it's a good 2 or 3 days, I believe it is. So
nice.
Yeah, they're really worthwhile.
Good.
And then during the summer, we've got the air show. I know. We've got Paris Air Show that FDH are exhibiting at as well. So we did Farnborough last year when it was extremely hot, which was lovely because you don't get that weather too much in the UK.
Yeah.
So Paris in June or July, I believe it is. And then after that, we've got the European Airline Loan and Borrow Forum in September.
Wow, you are just reeling this off from memory.
Yeah,
you didn't even consult a sheet.
I've got a spreadsheet in my head and I'm just trying to memorise it as much as I can.
So loads this year.
There's a lot of different shows this year, which is good. So it's always nice to get out and talk to people. I think just aviation, you can see here by looking behind us that there's so many people just talking to each other. And I think that's very important to have within our industry.
I think that's what makes aerospace, and probably loads of other industries as well. But the magic of doing business in aerospace is that personal connection that you have with some of the buyers or whatever.
Exactly.
People representing all of the aviation brands really do have an impact on the bottom line. And it is really, really nice to see. Post COVID, some of the shows were just dead. Now it's started to build up, and it's quite exciting.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, well, walking through the doors here, the first thing that you see is basically a whole airport built on a stand. And it has flashing lights, colours, and it's a 3-dimensional you know, complete airport with planes landing and everything. It's amazing to see, but that kind of like future way of working and future initiatives to help our industry, you know, that's what the future holds. And I know you wanted to speak at some stage about sustainability. I think sustainability within the show is very important as well. And there's a lot more coming on with regards to that subject, that's for sure.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, and it's not been released. By the time this gets released, it would have been released. So you can dive into the archives and have a look. I had a chat with Ali from the Aviation Sustainability Forum.
Okay.
And there's some amazing things that came out of that conversation. And it was so interesting just to learn about how unsustainable we are at the moment and what actually we need to start to think about on a bigger scale, on a smaller scale. You've got all of the airlines and the bigger players are now asking their questions around how sustainable is this? Where does it come from? Is it flown from, like, how do we make the industry more sustainable? Because they're getting obviously pushed by all the governments to make aerospace more sustainable. So there's a big challenge ahead, and I'm sure we'll sit down.
Absolutely, let's do that. It'll be an important conversation, so I look forward to having that for sure.
Amazing. Well, thanks for
thank you very much, as always.
And,
enjoyed it.
I'm excited to see you soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much.